Alright, here's an example of how to cross-post your new blog content to your Tumblr account. So we have on the left-hand side the Lawton Digital Marketing new Tumblr account. On the right-hand side, a blog post that we're going to cross-post from the Lawton Digital website. So from your profile page, on the left-hand side you have a menu. You have a menu that lets you search and look at your archives. We're going to be going over to the right-hand side, and just to go from your profile page, go to the dashboard. From your dashboard, you can do anything for new posts. In this case, we're going to start with some text. So we're going to hit text. And the title, you can take it straight from the blog post. So we'll copy and paste over the exact same title. It's okay that it's not different. And then we'll go down and find the content. And then we're going to do the same thing. Copy from here and paste it directly in. You also have some other fun options when you get into different varieties of posts. So in the top right corner, once you put in text, you can see you can hit the gear button. You can select a custom URL. For now, don't worry about that. If you want to start doing custom URLs, it certainly can't hurt. You could do 5 great social tools. Basically just taking the title, using keywords. Content source, you always want to source the original post content. So we want to go to the URL that we took it from right here, and then paste that in as the content source. No reason to backdate it. You can make the post date now, and that's absolutely fine. Now, if you did want to get fancier, you can now go over to the text editor options. It automatically defaults to rich text, and you can switch it over to HTML. So if you had just posted it as text, you would be done and could just go ahead and hit post. However, we're going to show you another trick that is a little bit more fun and makes the post look a little nicer. So even though you hit text, you can actually still embed images within one Tumblr post. And here's how. It's using this HTML tool that we've gone into. So on your WordPress blog, you want to go over to the editor screen for your blog post. So we're going to go straight to that right here, and then highlight and copy the entire HTML screen. Now notice I am on the HTML editor version. I'm not on, so you can see the code. That's the one you want to select. So we'll select all of that code, and then we're going to paste it in here. So I just basically just started from scratch and replaced all the content with HTML. Basically put the same code in that was in over here. Now when you do it this way, there's always going to be some inevitable cleanup. For example, the HTML code on your blog, if you're doing it correctly, should use what's called rel URLs, or relative URLs, which means they don't reference the actual domain. Since we're pasting HTML on a different domain, we have to fill in those URLs. You'll see when this happens, because when you hit preview, you'll see that the images don't work. So it's not hard to troubleshoot and know what you'll need to fix. So we'll go back to HTML to fix these, and it's a simple and easy fix. We just need to add in the domain. So we'll copy the domain on the right-hand side and add it in right here. And then there's one more image right here, and we'll add that in as well. And then go back to preview and check it out. Let's go to preview on blog. Maybe that'll look better. Ah, there we go. Now the images look great. And you can see them from top to bottom. And then scroll through the rest and see if anything else looks strange. So here we have a couple of different areas where the code is specific to the website, pulling in styles that are not supported by a different website because they're declared on yours. So here's one right here. And in this case, I'm actually just going to delete this whole section because it's really more relevant to the original blog, so I'm not really worried about it. You could also just delete out the shadow box. So you can see that's making this shadow box at the bottom right here, and you just don't need some of those fancy things when you're cross-posting, so don't worry too much about them. So in this case, we'll scroll down to the bottom, and I can find that code right here, box type equals shadow, and I'll just get rid of it. Doing it like this might sound like it takes a little bit longer, but really what you end up with is a more rich blog post on Tumblr that looks nicer. And once you get used to what you need to look for and change, it won't take you very long to use the HTML version to change things over. However, if you're really tight on time and need to get something live, there's nothing wrong with using the rich text editor too. So then select some tags. You can use the tags that you'd already selected on your website if you would like, or you can just use tags that you know are going to have contextual relevance to the post. So you can use social media for this one. I'll use tools, marketing tools, and this one I should have put a space in there. There you go. And always want to preview one time once you're done before you publish. So let's take a look. Here's our post. Looks pretty good. So now we're going to go ahead and hit post. And then that one's done.